going on, you guys? In today's video, I'm super excited because today we are getting the built transmission for the O2 Cummins, and we're here at Tier 1 Diesel, and pretty much we'll be going in there and he'll be building the whole transmission, what's going into it, and I'm super excited, you guys. This is awesome. I can't wait to get a built transmission in the O2 Cummins. This is going to be amazing. Just coming inside here, you can see here is my transmission. He's in the process of building it right now, but there's the casing and everything. But yeah, this is pretty cool. He'll be going over it here in a little bit. The owner Matt gets here and he'll be going over kind of everything that's going inside the transmission for you guys. So this is pretty epic. I can't wait. So here's Matt here. He's going over pretty much how we're building the transmission, just kind of what he's doing right now with their overdrive right here. Here we go.
So to figure out the spacing, we take 5 measurements, 1 from the center and then 2 from each side here. We have all our numbers already down. So this is going to determine our spacer for the overdrive housing and then the spacer on our intermediate. So in your standard overdrive housing, you typically run 5 clutches. Here's your normal backing plate. What we do is we machine our backing plates in-house. So we're able to upgrade your clutch series from 5 to now running 6 clutches. And it'll still have the same stack out specs. You put your backing plate in, your clutch, your friction, your steel, and you just stack that all the way up, alternating them.
Nice.
Snap ring.
Cool.
Good to go.
So now we got Matt here over here with Tier 1 Diesel. He's gonna be going over the valve body here for the what's going into the truck. So Matt's just gonna take it away here. You guys exactly what he's gonna be doing with the valve body, and yeah.
All right, hey guys, today we're building a 47 RE valve body for a stage 3 47. Some of the basic things we do on these is we flat sand the valve body casting. If you get a little closer here, you can see kind of where it's pulling off the anodizing and getting it perfectly flat again. One of the second things we do is on the higher horse or higher pressure valve bodies is we swap in this billet casting here. Helps make it have the pressure curves more like a 48. And then last but not least, you have the lower valve body, but swap in this plate too, which gets you 2nd through 4th lockup. And that's some of the things we do to the valve bodies.
Okay, now back over here with Tanner here. He's gonna be putting in the cool billet parts here.
So this is our billet ACC. Real simple. Slides in. And now here's our second servo. You got the sleeve. So this is how it'll be stacked out inside the transmission. It'll all be right in here.
Okay, so now he's putting it over here, got the valve body all built. He's putting on the tester and pretty much just gonna run it there and make sure it's all good. Now we're over here, he's got a lot more parts put in the transmission, and what are we gonna be doing now?
So we're gonna air check the case. Some of the things we wanna check is our lower reverse servo or reverse servo. Basically just make sure we have the right tension on the band and that's applying and holding. Then we're going to check our 2nd gear servo, which is going to apply the lever, which goes tension to the strut and the anchor, just to make sure our 2nd gear band's getting full force. And then we've got our holes for the that basically apply the clutch packs inside those 2 for the forward and the direct. And then we got converter feed holes, and then we have a cooler hole. So basically all we'll do is we'll air check it. See there, you have a nice seal. Then we'll check our 2nd gear. Have a nice seal on that, and then we'll check these 2 right here. And all that's checking right there is making sure that the clutch packs are applying. Everything seems to be in order on this.
Now he's done air testing, now he's gonna put the valve body in. Okay guys, so here it is all put together, all ready to go, and here you go. Matt's gonna give a full rundown on pretty much what's been done with this, and here you go.
All right, well what we got here is a stage 3 47 RE, very 47 48, so really similar. Gonna come with a billet triple disc converter, a billet flex plate, and also what you're gonna get is a billet input with those, and then a billet 2nd gear band. You're gonna get all the clutch stack outs. You're gonna get a 6 clutch overdrive, 4 clutch forward, and then a 5 clutch direct clutch. Basically all the gears are pretty much upgraded in it. You're gonna get all new electronics on the valve body. Thrust washer is gonna be new. All the rest of the parts are gonna be cleaned, washed in the hot wash over there, and then we're gonna spec them out. Look for cracks, any galling, anything like that that's going to cause damage. All the bushings and everything else are going to be checked out. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3-bolt sprag to hold that sprag in there so that way it doesn't come loose. And then what else you're going to get in there is the stators are also going to be machined perfectly flat to help get the pressures up within the valve body and make sure that pump has something good to ride against. Pretty much. And then you're going to get a billet 2nd gear servo and then a billet accumulator to get rid of the plastic one. And pretty much after that, we're going to dyno the valve body, make sure everything checks out good there. It's making pressure where it should be. And then our builder's going to slam it all together for you, make sure everything's to torque, and then send it off. And then last but not least, all of our trans will come with the serial number stamped in them too, so that way if you find this trans down the road, we can pull up exactly what we did to it. And that's going to be a Stage 3 47RE for you. Contact us either through our phone number, which is going to be 928-592-8173, or you can get a hold of us through email, which is going to be info@tier1diesel, TIERONE, tier1diesel.com, and then also through our website as well at tier1diesel.com. So if you guys have any questions, just make sure you hit us up.
There you go.
And then also you can hit us up through Instagram as well. It's going to be Tier 1 Diesel.
Well, there you guys go. There it is, the whole rundown on the transmission. It is looking awesome. I cannot wait to get this thing in the truck. It's gonna be perfect. But yeah, there we go. 650 horsepower this thing can handle. That's gonna be awesome. So definitely go check them out. And yeah, let's get ready to go put this thing in. So it's been a couple days. We are now taking the transmission to the dealership where one of the guys there is gonna be installing it for me on Saturday, which is a couple days, but he just wanted me to bring it early. That way it's not, you know, I don't come in there and the transmission's all hot and he has to take it out. But hopefully today we can make it to work. It's 30 miles to work. Let's hope I don't break down with the current transmission that's in it. Right now we're just cruising along. I'm gonna try to just get right on the freeway and get this thing into fourth, because I'm really worried about once that transmission there, I don't know, it's not focusing. Once that transmission temp gets up to like 200, I'm pretty worried about, you know, if it's going to obviously break down or anything like that. We got the new torque converter there, all the oil, the billet flex plate. We got everything ready. Let's just hope we make it to work without breaking down. I'll update you guys if anything starts happening, but yeah, let's just make it to work in the old truck and we should be good to go. So I got some of these seals right here. This is actually the input and the rear main, so we're gonna be getting both of these done right here. And you guys wanted to know what the part number is, there you go. And there you go. But yeah, here's the instructions on how to install it. You guys can pause if you just want to take a look at it. Before the transmission gets installed, I just wanted to show you guys what the torque converter here looks like. This thing's pretty cool. It's like a bluish purple color. But yeah, there it is. Too heavy to lift up. I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, then let's go over here and take a look. We got the billet flex plate right here. Look at that Cummins. This thing's pretty awesome, pretty big. This thing's heavy too, by the way. Signature series there, performance. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Billet flex plate, and obviously it came with all the ATF plus 4 there you need, transmission fluid. It's a little later at night, you know, about before I leave, but I just wanted to floor this thing because, you know, we got the old transmission here, might as well have fun with it while we still have it. Let's see what it can do. Honestly, this truck can't even spin the tires. It's slipping so hard. So let's just, let's stop right here and let's floor it. That's just the, what is it, overdrive right there. But here we go. Man, I love the sound of this thing, but I remember back in the day driving this truck through high school, man. I'd be able to, you could do burnouts of this thing. It was so fun back at 130,000 miles. Like it doesn't have it. It's just slipping so hard. I can feel it so much. And, but yeah, no, we're gonna go back to the dealership and soon we will have that built transmission in it. But it is so fun, you guys, just driving this thing. I can't wait to actually press the gas pedal and actually have it like put the power down, you know, because right now it's just like barely holding on. There we go, got it all in. Look at that. Looks good. Here we go. First time in with the new transmission in it. First time with the new transmission. transmission in. As you can see, things pretty getting warmed up right there. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Just give it a little acceleration. Like, it shifts so much different now. Like that was probably about like half throttle-ish, and this thing goes, like, it doesn't like blow a bunch of smoke like it used to, and now it like actually like hooks and goes, which is actually really nice. You know, before you hit the throttle, it would just roll call and we just take off kind of smooth. Like now it actually, you can feel it engaging. The shifts are a lot firmer. And what is it, when he was building the valve body, he actually said, you know, do you want this different spring? It'll change the how it shifts based on your throttle. If you're over 30% throttle, it'll actually make the shifts a little bit higher up in the RPM for 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, and it actually works. I could tell it actually will hold the gear a little bit longer if I'm in it more, you know, if I'm on the throttle more there. So that's actually really nice. But this thing's pretty cool, you guys. Like, I really like it. I will say, you guys, I'm a little bit sad. The guy that I had installed it kind of forgot to put the as you can see right there, we got the billet flex plate right there, which is not in the truck. I'm a little sad about that, but at the end of the day, I feel like I can't complain. I mean, I asked one of the techs at their dealership to do it, and you know, he did a lot more affordable, you know, job than, you know, what it would have been. Here's another light. Got to give it a little, like, it doesn't even blow that much smoke. I don't know if you guys can see back there, but look at that. It'll hold the shift. It's nice and firm. The thing's actually just shifting like it should. I feel like it has so much more power. I can't wait to get a new turbo for it, because when I changed the oil, the fuel filter, and everything like that, there was some shaft play in the turbo, so I think the bearings are starting to go out. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to get like maybe like a fleece turbo of some sort. So yeah, definitely looking into that. Definitely get a bigger turbo, then we could probably turn up the tuner on the truck and probably be making close to 500-600 horse, I would think, something like that. Considering this truck has injectors, you know, performance VP44 pump, you know, it's got all the little stuff that, you know, you'd want and all that. The only thing it doesn't have is like head studs, so that'd be something you want to kind of worry about. Don't want to go too far with it. But I'm a little sad about the flex plate there, but you know, like I was saying though, you know, he did an affordable job. You know, dealership would have charged, you know, like if you were just going and get a new transmission, probably almost about $1,000 for just the labor. And when I talked to the guys back at Tier 1, they said it would be about $700-800 to have one installed. And the tech that I had installed it there at the dealership, he did it for about right around $200. So I mean, like, this thing, it shifts pretty good. He did say, I asked him, because I was like, oh, well, how was the stock flex plate? And he said, well, it looked just fine. Looked, you know, nothing was wrong with it, so that's good. So, but I'm a little bit sad. So maybe it's not rated for like 650 horse. Maybe it's rated for more like 600 now, because it doesn't have the flex plate. But oh well, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and like make him pull it all out and redo it again when he's doing it for already so cheap. And but he did, like, he changed the fluid in the transfer case and stuff like that. So everything's all good, all new fluids. Pretty much all the fluids have been changed in this truck except for the coolant, which my dad did that probably like 20-30,000 miles ago. The only thing I need to do now, because he did the front diff not too long ago, but I need to do the rear diff. Yeah, that's probably been 50-60,000 miles since the diff fluid's been changed. It's all, you know, grimed up and it's leaking pretty good on the diff. So well, you guys, overall, I gotta say, I really do like the transmission. Tier 1 Diesel did a pretty good job there on building this for me. Like I said, this is the Stage 3 transmission, rated at 650 horse. Obviously, when we got the transmission installed, the installer didn't see that my billet flex plate, which is sitting right over there. So we don't have the billet flex plate in. I figure I'm just gonna wait till it either, you know, breaks on it, or until I feel like I need to put it in because I'm making more power. As of right now, I did try to do a good burnout for you guys. I was hoping I could, but I think we're just not good on power. The most I could see on the turbo here for the boost was about 25 PSI, right around 25, 26. And when I did the oil change in the fuel filter like a week or so ago, I could tell there's some shaft play in it. So I feel like we're probably not at peak boost that we could be for the turbo. So I'm thinking we definitely do need to get a new turbo at some point here pretty quick. So that's probably going to be the next performance mod, but first we got to get the steering fixed on this thing, because this thing is just terrible. Over like 65, the whole thing just starts wobbling. I think the ball joints are just shot on this thing. Needs all new tie rod ends, all that kind of stuff. The transmission has performed amazing, like really well. Obviously we tried doing the burnout, didn't work out so well. I turned it up to tune 9, the max tune on here, played around with some of the settings, put them all, like the torque, the timing, duration on 3, and we had the tune on 9, so that's full catcher. They say anything over 5, you have to have a built transmission, so obviously now we got the built transmission. I turned up 7, was pretty good. 9's pretty good, really good. Honestly, it feels like it has a lot of power now. Definitely blows some smoke, because when I got the new transmission in, it actually cleared up a lot of the black smoke, because you could tell the old one, you'd hit the gas, the thing would just slip, it would roll coal. Now, with the new transmission, it grabs, it goes. Tune 5, when it was always on, you know, it rolled a lot of coal, then it stopped when I got the new transmission. Tune 7 rolled a little bit of smoke. Tune 9 does quite a bit of smoke. You guys will see I did go and hoon it around a little bit, get on it good. Which is honestly a pretty good testament for the transmission, because like we were trying to do burnout, sitting there holding it, power braking it, trying to get it to do it. Obviously just feels like we don't have enough power, because I think you just got to have more boost, more, you know, stuff, because we have injectors, we have, you know, a performance VP44 pump, a blue chip pump. We have, you know, pretty much, you know, exhaust manifold, intake manifold. We have everything that you really should need. It's just our turbo is lacking. So I think that's where it really, like, you know, trying to spool it up, it didn't really want to spool up at all. You know, we got like maybe like 10 PSI. So I think the turbo is just on its way out. So that's probably our biggest negative there. But either way, when I was trying to power brake it, trying to do the burnout, the transmission temp started to climb. We went up to about 230-ish degrees, like right up in there, which I was like, okay, got to cut it now. We're not going to sit here. Got to give up on the burnout. And pretty much went and drove it around. Then that's when we turned up the Smarty a little bit, and it immediately, the transmission temp was just dropping like a rock in this thing, which is great. Just a testament on how they build the valve body, how everything is, just the cooling, the transmission, it can just cool itself so quick, which is really good, because we immediately got out there, started flooring it, having fun with it, and even then the transmission temperature dropping like a rock on the thing. So it does suck, it, you know, trying to do that burnout there, couldn't get it done, but I think we'll come back with a brand new turbo. I'm thinking like a fleece turbo of some sort. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I don't know, I watch a lot of Greg A, so, you know, he always puts the fleece stuff in, so I'm thinking something like that. I don't know, you guys, leave any comments below. What turbo do you guys think I should put in this thing? I'm looking for something a little, obviously bigger, but I don't want it to be too big to where you're sitting there and there's this huge delay, you know, and it's spooling up or anything like that, because it's still, at the end of the day, it's a nice daily driver type truck. I want it to be like a nice little street hot rod, not like a race truck, but not, you know, like a stock truck either. So something in that mid-range, I guess you could say. Otherwise, I gotta say, Tier 1 diesel, great job with the transmission. I've been driving around. I wanted to wait a little bit on the review because of that. I wanted to, you know, drive it around. I've put probably 600 or 700 miles on it, just, you know, off the bat. Obviously, there will be a long-term test. I'm keeping this truck forever, so miles will go up. I drive it like maybe once or twice a week. I do like to try to keep the miles down on the truck, you know, because we are at like, what, 187 on it. But yeah, you guys, transmission's doing well. You know, no hiccups with it. Everything's shifting good, shifting well. I really do like it. You could actually like feel the downshifts now, and you know, you feel it. It's a nice crisp, firm shift, but not too jarring or anything like that. It's like exactly what you'd want. So if you guys haven't already, definitely go check them out. I'll leave a link to their Instagram down below. That's where you guys can hit them up. Call up Matt or Tanner over there. They can hook you up with a new transmission for any of your guys' Dodge diesel trucks, or I think they even build transmissions. They build a lot of transmissions over there, so like Chevy, Allison transmissions, pretty much everything. So let them know that Colin over at the O2 Cummins Ram sent you guys from the YouTube channel. But yeah, they'll definitely hook you up with a good transmission. Really good guys over there. You know, they do a pretty good job. So yeah, definitely recommend them as of now. I mean, obviously not too many miles on it, but definitely does do a really good job right now. So I'm really liking it. And yeah, we just need to get it a new turbo here pretty soon. But first, we do got to get that suspension, that steering system there, ball joints, all that stuff worked out first. But yeah, guys, I did change the rear diff fluid there, so that just got changed. All the fluids in this truck at this point now. But I will say something that did just happen is, as you guys can see, the shock blew on it. Never actually had a shock blow up. I was like, trying to figure it out, but this Rancho shock right here, it's like the Rancho RX 5000 or something like that. clearly just completely is going bad, so that kind of sucks. I think it's only, these shocks have less than like 100,000 miles on them. I'm pretty surprised, but gotta get new shocks for it too, so that's the thing. I think I might just replace this one, and because at some point I want to put a nice, like maybe like a Harley suspension, maybe like a pin top system, like a really nice one, but those things are like 4 or 5 grand, so that'll be in the future. You know, as we get more money and stuff like that, and as the time goes on, I do want to build this truck into like a perfect, you know, dream truck. I'm not going to skimp out on anything, but first I think we will just probably just go cheap and just replace this shock for the time being. But definitely need to get that suspension, everything there all worked out, because everything looks pretty shot, honestly. Like, look at that, the thing's like all cracked. I mean, everything's just kind of blown on this truck. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We got a brand new awesome transmission from Tier 1 Diesel in the truck now, so that's awesome. The thing's running like a dream. It's perfect. So yeah, you guys, next will definitely be the suspension or the steering system there. Definitely got to get that rebuilt. And then I'm probably going to be looking more towards the bodywork, so probably either like, you know, paint and bodywork. So that's pretty much next on the list. That, or maybe some new wheels and tires. I don't know. I really don't like those wheels and tires on this truck. But so thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button and hit subscribe to the channel for the Cummins build. It's gonna be going on for a long time. I mean, this truck, like I said, keeping it forever. And yeah, you guys, so thank you guys for watching, and also follow me over on Instagram. Post a lot of cool stuff over there. See you guys in the next video.